Thank you for calling Superfuzz Productions. This is Miss Pengrino with Let Me Tell You. How can I help you today? Yeah. Have a good day, you two. Bye-bye. Yeah, no. Welcome, everyone, to the next Let Me Tell You. Check out the new letters. Thanks to Hot Toddy. They're super cool. They're probably a little crooked. Gonna work on that, promise. So if you have OCD, I severely apologize. I really do. Today's topic, as you can see a little bit from that intro, customer service. And you may be wondering, what about customer service? Like, where are we going with this? We're going everywhere. We're going from A to Z customer service, or at least the few things that my friends and I can think of. If you have any topics or bits or pieces that you think I may miss, you can totally comment down below on this video, because I can guarantee you there's going to be a second. I have so much written down, not just like my opinions, like I said, my friends' opinions as well. So let's get into it. First things, I do want to say, I'm not trying to offend anybody with this video. These are just things that people who work in customer service, it's a really big pet peeve for them, or it just frustrates them. Things that may seem a little obvious or just common sense. It's a big thing that a lot of people don't have. I myself am not like top of the line common sense. I will admit that. I'm more of a book smart person. So if you are not a common sense person, like don't be afraid. But if somebody tells you, hey, maybe next time don't do this, just take a look inward, like breach yourself, think about what was done. And this is not just customer, this is just in general for common sense moments. So the first thing I want to talk about is patience. So I've worked in retail or some form of retail pretty much most of not just my adult life, but my teenage life. I think a lot of people do. It's an easy job when you're going to school. Even sometimes once you get out of school, it's just once you're in, and it's a steady paycheck and it works for you and you're good at it. So keep doing it. And that's kind of where I fell in. But so I am almost 32, and I have been working since I was 15. I will definitely have to say, when I first started, I had no patience with people. I was like, these questions you're asking me or these things that you're doing, I just don't understand. Why would you do them? And as you work and you realize sometimes people either just don't think or they just don't care. And so you learn to build tolerance and you learn to build patience. There are still times I don't have patience, but I have learned to mask it. Thankfully, with masks, it makes it much easier because, you only see my eyes. And so I just have to control my eyes and not my whole face, because my face will say a lot. All of our faces do, promise you. But the bigger thing here is patience with the workers. When you go into a store, you do not know the situation of that store. If they're short-staffed, if they're super busy, if the person's had a bad day. And I know, like, you're thinking, why? Why do I need to care? They're getting my money. I'm doing my shopping. Who gives a shit? Like, they are here to do what they're here to do. I mean, we are. We're here to help you. We're here to serve you. It is our job as a retail employee. However, we are still a human being. We still deserve respect and some sort of care, a little bit, even if it's feigned care. You don't have to actually care, just pretend, bear with me sometimes. Right now, a lot of companies have cut hours, and so therefore people are working on pure skeleton crews. So you're expecting things like this, and it's just not possible. For example, if you're going through a fast food drive-thru and you're like, oh God, this is taking so long. Yeah, it probably is, but they're way understaffed right now. They're looking for a lot of people. They still have to cook your food. They still have to do it in the order of which it was received, and they're doing their best to get it to you. It is fast food, but it is not instant food. Same thing for a bank. There are people ahead of you. The tellers still have to get into your account, count your money, do all that stuff. It is not an instant. If you want instant, go to the ATM. And sometimes even the ATM, which is a machine, is a little slow. Or the pharmacy. You cannot just pull up to the drive-thru and expect your prescription to be ready if you just dropped it off 2 minutes ago. They have to type it in, they have to fill it, they have to go through all the rules and regulations. All of these people are taking their time to get things to you safely. Cooked food, correct amount of money, right prescriptions, and so on for any other position. It blows my mind sometimes to think how obsessed we are with instant gratification. Instant gratification is pretty easy. And so because of that, we expect all aspects of life to have that instant gratification. And these retail businesses, they're not set up that way. They're set up the way that they were 40 years ago. I mean, grant you, our technology has come up some way, but we're still working on pretty old technology, still hands of a human, brain of a human. We're doing the best we can. So when you see a giant line, when you see 1,000 people, I know you're going to be frustrated. I know you're going to be mad, and that's okay to feel that way, but just bear with us. We know you're mad. We know you're frustrated. We can feel it. We're frustrated for you because we hate when we're this backed up. But we're only one person, or we're only 2 people, depending on how many people are working, and we really do the best that we can to get to you as fast as we can. Just driving up to the other side or coming in mad is it's not going to do you any good. I can't get it to you any faster. Physically, safely, I just can't do it. I mean, think about it. You go inside because McDonald's is taking too long. Do you want a raw burger? Because I don't. I'd rather wait an extra 5-10 minutes to have a fully cooked burger instead of, food poisoning. Or in the pharmacy. I'd rather wait 5-10 minutes to have the correct medicine and not something that got accidentally put in my bottle that may harm me. I don't know what we think sometimes. And I'm not going to say that I don't feel impatience. I do. I sure do. After a long day of work, do I want to wait? Nope. Sure don't. I hate it. But I also know that those people on the other side have also had a long day. And I don't want to yell at them because it's not their fault. They're trying. Now, if your people are just standing there shooting the shit, okay, you can yell. That's fine. Because obviously they're not working. But if you physically can see these people working, you see the stress, you can see probably maybe even tears in their eyes, because let's be real, that happens sometimes. Just take a breath, yell and scream in your brain, take a breath, we'll get to you. I promise. So we transition from that instant gratification we were kind of talking about to convenience, which also falls into this category. There are many stores out there that are convenience stores, mostly gas stations, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aids, whichever one you have near you. Those all qualify. When you walk into those buildings, you are not walking into a Walmart, you are not walking into a Sam's, you are walking into what is considered a convenience store, or for the Walgreens, CVS, and all that, a health convenience store. Therefore, you are often charged a convenience fee. Meaning, yes, if you go on Amazon, that product that you want is probably $10 to $15 cheaper. Yes, if you go to Walmart, it is probably $10 to $15 cheaper. But you are at that location, you want it now. If you don't want to wait for shipping, or you don't want to fight Walmart, you pay the convenience fee. I don't know how many times I get asked why things are so much more expensive. I don't understand. Grant you, again, do I agree with it? No, it sucks. I hate paying those prices myself. However, I know I can go to Walmart and wind up with an anxiety attack and a headache because of, well, being Walmart, and pay pennies on the dollar. Or I can go to one of these convenience stores, walk in, walk out, grab what I need, be done, and stress-free, not have to worry. So what would you do? You go where you don't have to worry. But it costs you a pretty pricey sticker tag. And it's unfortunate. There are a lot of times I have told multiple people, well, you know, like, I will pull it up on my phone. Amazon is cheaper. Well, but then I have to wait for it to be shipped. Well, do you need it right now? Well, yeah. Well, then $40 is your total, ma'am, and you have a wonderful day. It sucks. It sucks on both ends. Also, complaining about those prices to us, I know you want to let it out. I get it. But I don't get to control those prices. My corporate controls those prices. And no, I don't get to call corporate and tell them to fix it. It is what it is. They pick the price. And how they pick the price is, I mean, there's a lot to it. But basics is, if your store sells a lot, yeah, they jack the price up because they know they can make more on it. If they don't sell so much, they lower the price to try and push the sale. Also, for those who like to steal, please don't ever steal. You also jack the price up because for the more that item is stolen, the less profit we're making on it. Therefore, the price does go up to make profit on the item. So there's a lot of things that go into effect when it comes to pricing of an item. But that convenience fee is hands down probably the biggest chunk. I mean, think about it. When you go into a gas station, you got a headache, you go grab that little 2-pill pack. 2 pills! Do you know how much you pay for that? It's like almost $5. And all you get is 2 pills. But if I'm on the road or I am headed home from work, I'm not stopping at some big Walmart or Sam's or the grocery store. Why would I do that? That's such a fight. I pay the $5 get my 2 pills, go home and take a nap. Because, well, it was worth it. Just take note, guys. We don't make the prices. We wish we could. Hell, if we could work on a barter system, I'm totally down. Like, let's do it. What do you want? I want this. You want that? Done. I would love to work that, but it's not what we do. We make money to spend money on these products, and I would love to be able to pick the price for you, but I can't. So when you come up and the item's super expensive, please don't yell at me, because there's nothing I can do. I can offer to try and get you coupons, but that's about it. That's kind of where my power lies in that, and it's not a very strong power. It's actually I can't do anything. Be a little preemptive. Be like, oh, I'm almost running out of this. Let me go ahead and order on Amazon. I mean, Amazon has got them awesome little dash buttons that you just push the stinking button and it pre-orders this shit for you. Which could be dangerous if you have children because they may push the button for fun. So just be careful on that. But gotta get me one of them little dash buttons, at least for toilet paper. I forget that, and boy, am I tired of spending money on that, because literally it's the way I'm wiping my tushy with money. But that's on myself. I forget to get it. So when I go to the convenience store and get it, I pay a shit ton more. I know people, you're like, oh, you're just hounding on me. I'm not trying to hound on you. I'm not trying to hound on anybody. These are just things we notice, and maybe to like put in your brain, oh, I think I do that. Maybe I shouldn't. So that also, my control over prices also kind of goes into my control over what I carry in the store, which is none. Each store carries certain products. I honestly hate commercials when you see them on TV that are like, oh, this is at your local CVS, at your local Walgreens, or your local Kroger's. It's at a local Kroger. It's at a local Walgreens. does not mean it's at the one that's 2 seconds from your house. Because here's how things work. Again, similar to pricing, if a company in that area sells a lot of the product, they're going to stock it. They're going to stock similar items. If they do not, they will not. I don't know how many times I've had people coming in saying, oh, well, this says you carry this. Well, we do, just not at my location. Well, why? Why? I don't know. I don't know why. Probably because it's not a popular item in this area. It's not something I'm normally asked for. I can direct you to the nearest location that has it, but I do not. And yes, I know. Again, it sucks. For a convenience store, you would think they have all the things that you need. But I can't change that pain in the tushy. That's a corporate pain in the tushy. And they do marketing. They do research. And that's my marketing and research right there.
Are you recording?
I'm recording. Hey!
Hi, I'm not in this.
And I know, it sucks. I hate the fact that when I go, what I want might not be that location, that I have to go a little further. But again, they do market. They do market. They do market research. They do, they do the work. They do, to know what's going to sell and what's not. If they're only going to sell one of them, if they put it in a store that's 10 minutes down the road, they can sell 30. Why are they going to put it in the one that they sell one? They're just not. Or if it's something that all of their stores in general just don't sell, but they want to stock, it's probably on their online store. And yes, that means the company still has it. Yes, they will still advertise that they have it, but it is not in store. It will not be in store, and you do have to go to the website to order it. I know, not convenient, pain in the ass, but it is what it is. I have had multiple times people tell me to call corporate and fix it. And honestly, guys, if I would, I could. But I have to call the corporate number just like you do. I have to wait on hold, listen to that terrible music to kind of get no resolve. It is what it is, unfortunately. That's a pretty common saying, and it's one that we deal with a lot in retail because sometimes you just have to accept it. 2 more things for this episode, and I think we'll call it quits. The jokes. And what do I mean by jokes? When you go get rung up, or you encounter a worker in the aisles, anything like that, I know you're trying to be friendly, I know you're trying to make conversation, so do that. Talk about the weather, or if you don't want to talk to me, don't talk to me at all. That's fine too. But here are things that we hear a lot, excessively. For example, oh, you working hard or hardly working? Yeah, I'm working hard, yes. Try not to work too hard. Okay, well, it's my job, so I'll work as hard as I need to work. When you get to the register and you give somebody $100 or $50, and you're checking the bill because that's what you're required to do by your store regulations. Oh, I hope it looks good. It's fresh. Just made it this morning. Guys, these jokes aren't funny. Or even the perverted one you get sometimes when you're doing something on the ground and you just so happen to be on your knees. Oh, you're looking good on your knees. Every day we hear these things. And every day we put a smile on our face. We laugh. We nod. But it's aggravating as piss. Aggravating as piss. I am working hard. You may catch me when I've taken a seat, but I've been on my feet for 6 hours, so I think a seat's deserved. You may catch me on my knees, but that is required of my job. So please don't make a joke about it because it's highly inappropriate. Don't joke about money, okay? I get you think it's funny because you may not hear it all the time. I've literally worked in retail for years. I've rung people up for years. Cash has been around for, well, I don't know, forever. We've had to check bills forever. Yes, they're new. Yes, they're made a little different. We still gotta check them. And I don't care if you just made it this morning because I would be able to tell if you did. Again, I know y'all are trying to make conversation. I know you're trying to be funny, and I appreciate the effort of the conversation. I do. But there's certain things that, man, once you hear them, I don't know, 750,000, a million times, you just are really tired of hearing them. And you're really tired of having to, fake it till you make it, in a sense. I don't know where I'm making it, but faking it for sure. Now, grant you, I do have some customers who are generally funny. They tell me jokes that I'm like, that's a good one. I appreciate that one because those customers do lighten my day. The ones who are real creative, who have unusual jokes. Especially if I'm having a bad day, sometimes those are good to hear. So I don't want my customers to not be funny or to try to make conversation with me. I do appreciate the bond. I appreciate that time. But I love creating bonds with my customers, having conversations with them. But the jokes, man, they're catch-22. Sometimes they're appreciated and sometimes they're not. It really just kind of depends on the joke. So again, if you've heard it several times, I've probably heard it more than that. So just kind of let's skip over that one for today. And the last thing I want to talk about on this episode is holiday questions. What do I mean by holiday questions? Well, first let me preface this, and really this kind of applies to all of retail. Those who work in retail have chosen to work in retail. We have accepted, for the most part, all the bits and pieces that come with working in retail. One of the biggest bits and pieces is holiday time. Holiday times are big in retail. Therefore, most retail people work on the holidays. All of them, pretty much an entire shift. If the store does not close, we will be there. That being said, I know that you feel bad that I have to work on those holidays. However, if you show up in my store or my restaurant or my whatever I run, you're the reason I stay open. You're the reason I'm there. So please do not tell me, man, I can't believe they make you work on holidays, because you're here. You are in the store, in my presence, in front of my face, and therefore I am here with you. I am here staring off into space or doing whatever I need to do to keep this store running, keep this restaurant running, wherever I'm at. It's just kind of a blanket scenario. Because you're here, I'm here. And therefore we're here together on the holidays. And we could be with our families. Again, I chose this, I know that, and I'm okay with working holidays, mostly because my family does not live close to me. I'm here in Tennessee, family in Louisiana, except for my sister. She's in North Carolina. Pretty close, but still far. Still something that, it's too hard to do on the holidays when I could wait a week or two and do it after and actually enjoy time with my family, not have to fight over time off with other people. But ultimately, we know we're going to have to be there. Like, it is what it is. So don't feel bad for me. It's fine. I've accepted this. I've chose this job, and therefore I work this job on the holidays. So I know there are going to be stragglers. I know there are going to be those people, and then there's just going to be some who maybe don't have family, maybe don't care to see their family. If they do, that's fine too. Shop if you want to shop. Again, I made the decision to work in retail, therefore I know I have to work it, and I'm gonna be there. So don't feel for me. I mean, you can feel for me, just don't verbalize the feelings. Tell me to have a great day. Tell me when you get off, you have a great holiday. Thank you. I will. And I appreciate the thanks. these little random things that you think, really, this like upsets somebody? But it does. Also with the holiday thing, know what store you're going into before you start asking questions. I have people come ask me for the most random things in the world. I get not everybody's open, so you're trying your luck. You're gonna try and get whatever you can wherever you can. But like, why would a convenience store, a pharmaceutical convenience store, have an air conditioning filter? Like for the house or for the car? I've been asked for both. Yeah, the only things I have are air fresheners for the car, maybe some car interior wipes. For the house, I have cleaning supplies, body wash, but I don't have air filters. And why? Why on Christmas? Well, Christmas Eve, I think it was. Anyways, why on Christmas Eve would you need those? I guess if you're having family over, you want to have clean air. I mean, I get it. Just, think. Any hooser, I think we're gonna wrap it there today. I think I've spieled enough. I feel like you guys can join my spiel enough. This has been, let me tell you, I like pointing to my fancy letters. I have enjoyed my time with you guys. If there's something that you want to talk about that next episode, you comment below and I will make sure I talk about it. Again, no harm to anybody, no foul to anybody. Love you guys, love everyone. So let's just get a little more common sense going, okay? All I want you to do is like, share, comment on this video, and pop in next time. Check out our About page. There's a Super Fuzz merch link if you want some Let Me Tell You merch or Super Fuzz Productions merch. But mostly like, comment, share, subscribe. Alright guys, that's been Let Me Tell You, and I'm out!